All right. See, once we get people on. Hey, Smith. There's no fishing auctions going on at the moment, so I hate to interrupt their ability to make some money. So tomorrow is my auction. I don't have them a lot because you can imagine what hand painting baits, it takes 4 days to make a bait. So I only do a couple auctions a month. This is one of the ones that will be for tomorrow. I'm going to fit it right now. And so we'll put it's a gorgeous, gorgeous golden to a beautiful red. There is some faint scales, some ghost scales on it I put. And then those veining. You can see the scales a little bit. Really is a beautiful bait. Beautiful bait. Came out just spot on what I wanted. So uh, so I put really good split rings on it, stainless steel split rings. And then I put uh, very nice hooks, which are Big Blacks. And Big Blacks are my favorite. Um, Affordable hook. These things are really sticky. So much, I mean, they're very similar to the closest thing I could find to uh, Sixth Sense. I love their hooks, always have. Always loved hooks, Sixth Sense. And, and to be honest, I couldn't really find that hook, the trebles. And so I found these, and I tested a lot of hooks. These are really good hooks. Very sticky. Look at that. I hate autofocus. Let's take the autofocus off on this. I mean, I probably look better without focus. We're going to fix this so you can see how ugly I really am. There we go. Thanks how ugly I really am. Hey, Glasgow. Oh, so I'm fitting these 3 baits that I painted the other day that I told you I was so excited about. I went fishing yesterday and it stunk. Nobody was catching. I mean, the lake is still very cold, but next week the lake I fish in was going to get 1,000 trophy stock um, put in it, and then the following week some more and more and more. And when you dump a bunch of fish, especially big ones, 1,000 of them into the lake, it wakes up the lake. Fish make sounds. You probably didn't, I mean, some of them, like tui chubs, they scream at you, but typically it's a sort of a ticking sound. And so you throw 1,000 big fish, it's going to wake up the lake. And so always follow stocking patterns. If you have a lake near you that is stocked. Hey, Smith. Hello from Minnesota. Bushmaster and Mighty Joe. But always follow stocking patterns. And stocking patterns will wake up the lake, and all the species will start biting. Even if you don't want to fish for the trout or whatever they're stocking in it, when they throw all those fish in it, it's like a party going on, and all the other fish come up. So this is the bait I'm fitting right now. This is one that'll be sold tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Glasgow. They look so much better in person. Camera just doesn't do it justice, but you can see the faint scales on the back. You see those ghost scales I put on this? And then this right here is sort of a veining, beautiful gold onto orange and then red. This is a beautiful, I mean, this is actually one of my best paint jobs. And that's why I don't have a lot of auctions. I don't have a lot of auctions because one, I'm fishing. Two, I'm making baits. It takes 4 days to make a bait. Um, and I just, if I sell some, I have to make some, right? It takes 4 days to make a bait. Hey, Critical Guy, Bobcats, Loopy. So somebody asked me while I was fishing yesterday on my live, what is a good technique for bank fishing? And I'm a freshwater fisherman, so I don't know a lot about ocean fishing. So I spoke about bank fishing, and so that's a beautiful bait. You can get one of these. There's 3 for sale tomorrow, and so there are 2 techniques I recommend. So one is, oh, I'm doing really good, buddy. I'm really, really good. So yeah. Oh, you're a saltwater fisherman. Well, when I was a kid, we went saltwater fishing all the time at the beach, catching perch like crazy. And I'm from a coastal town, but I so want to fish Florida. I'm in Oregon, so I told them there are 2 techniques I recommend for lake fishing from the shore. One is a water bobber. I don't know if you guys know what a water bobber is, but it's a bobber you fill with water, and then it slides on your line, and then you put a barrel connector with 3 to 5 foot lead with some power bait on it. You can cast that baby a mile, and the water bobber will sink slowly and rest typically right above the weed line. Water bobber fishing is fantastic. Got the free license and stopped there. Bobcat got the free license and stopped there. Oh, how are you this one? What free license? You got a free license? Look, I joined again. How did that happen? So the water bobber is a good one, and then a drop shot. Drop shot again. And what makes those 2 techniques really work better is because you feel every bite. Feel every bite. Saltwater, oh, it's free. Oh, well, in California, I was raised in California, pier fishing is free. So we fished from piers all the time when we were growing up, and because you didn't need a license. And so pier fishing in California is free. But a license here isn't expensive in Oregon. Oregon residents $45 for a year, so it's not bad, and it's worth it. Saltwater general 17, freshwater 17. Oh, that's awesome. Florida, but gators can eat you in Florida. I don't like that. I'm old and slow. I can't breathe. I visited Florida one time, and I took a airboat ride because whenever you're in a place, got to do something that is unique to that area. And airboating is so cool. Alligators are water, but they ain't a puppy I'll take home. Everybody's got a cage around their pools, which tells you that's not a good place to go swimming. and then they build houses on what used to be swamp, and then one day they come home and there's a hole there and no house, and all their cool cars are gone. It's like sinkholes. I don't understand Florida at all. It's actually cause toddlers drownings. Oh, well, sure. Yeah, blame it on the kids. Blame it on the kids. Yeah, it's the kids' fault. That's why we have a cage around our pool. It's not because there's gators. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Yeah, breeding in Florida, you got to buy a cage for your kids. Now, I understand about safety, fences, but these cages go up and around, you know. Yes, and that's why it goes up and around. It is a cage over their pools. Now, if it was about kids, it would just be a fence, a security fence. But you're right. Gators climb fences. It's just nuts. There was an old man that died the week I was there. You know what he was doing? Changing his tire on the side of the road. That's what. You know what we have on the side of the road here? Deer. Lots of them. Nobody's ever been eaten by a deer. Yeah, well, it wasn't heat exhaustion. It was a gator. A gator grabbed him and pulled him into the pond and killed that. I'm pretty sure that's why old people move to Florida. They become Soylent Green for gators. I would love to fish Florida because you guys have some of the best fishing in the nation. I've always wanted to go to the Florida Flats and fish tarpon, but Okeechobee for some big bass. Maybe some peacock bass would be kind of cool, although it's not really on my list, but they are pretty cool. No, Mighty Joe, it was a gator that killed that old guy. You see, old people can't defend themselves against a gator. The Big Bend of the golf course. Oh my goodness. I think it's good fishing. Don't get me wrong. And if you're physically fit, maybe you can handle a gator. I don't know. I'm not. I can't handle a gator. This is such a beautiful bait. You guys, tomorrow I'll be giving away this bait. I keep putting it in the package. Keep showing you guys. I mean, yesterday I wasn't on. Oh, redfish would be great. Oh, yeah. Redfish would be good. But I'm a bass guy. I would love to catch a good 12-pounder. But this is the bait I'm giving away, one of the buyers tomorrow. This is my Super Bowl bait. So you can see San Francisco, KC, and then on the lip is the Super Bowl logo. So that'll be given away to one of the purchasers tomorrow. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I sold that bait for $20 around Super Bowl, and I only made 6 of them, and I was shocked that I thought I sold all of them. In Florida, it's legal to open carry fire. Yeah, well, no doubt. It's illegal to open carry here in Oregon too, in Klamath Falls anyway. I don't know. Southern Oregon is a much more conservative part of the state. It's not as crazy as Portland and stuff like that you hear. As you run up Highway 5 there, and you get into the hippies. From my generation, we called them hippies. Make love, not war. Girls wear sackcloth and no bras, and they just look like something that's homeless, and they're high because marijuana is free, or it's illegal. And so this state can get a little wild. Inherit 2 duplexes in Washington, but thinking about saying that, well, inherit it and sell it. That's what you do. Just inherit it and sell it. Hey, slick. So these guys right here, there are 3 of them here. One I kept for myself, and these 3 will be sold tomorrow. My paint jobs are, well, they're creative, but they're effective. Everything that I paint, I fish with. And, these are colors that are tried and true, yellow, gold, orange, red. So he's insisting I keep it, never raise the rent on the current residence, pass on or move out. And I'm just not about that. Yeah, well, All depends if they're 98 years old, Mighty Joe. If they're 98, do it. Like, but if they're 25, yeah, I'm with you. All depends how old they are. And, are they hospice? How bad is that? Take the property if they're hospice. It's bad. I know. I have a really sick sense of humor sometimes. I love dark comedies. But anyway, this is a great, it's kind of a craw, in design, in colors, but it is definitely a terrible at fishing uniqueness. And so I did put some buy it now deals in my auction tomorrow, so check it out. Bookmark it. Hey, Bob. And but this bait is I don't know if I put a $9 on this one start or something, but this is one of those baits you're never going to want to lose, ever. And all my clear coats, you really can't see it in the camera, but there's a sparkle. Yeah, you can see a little bit. That is a color shifting pigmentation from PPG that I put in my clear coat, and it flashes every color under the rainbow. There are a lot of greens and yellows and well, on this one you don't really see the red against the red, but the color shift is really, really good. It's his stepkids that weren't ever married into the family. Hey, you think that was in? Oh my goodness. Well, that's one of those things. I mean, it seems like that you would get in a lot of problems with that one, Joe. I mean, this just sounds like it'd be a lot of problems. So sometimes you avoid hassle for profit or lose profit. Hassle's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So, but all my baits, this one right here, I tried to sell this before, and I don't understand why nobody bought this, because I love this jerk bait. Come here. Ugh. There's only one of these. I think I painted 3, one for me and then 2 for sale. And I have one left. And this jerk bait is just beautiful. Yeah, I'd say no too. This is a beautiful, beautiful jerk bait. It's yellow and then that pink false eye and then a pearl white belly. That is a gorgeous fit, bait. You pull this thing through, it's going to look like a bleeding minnow in the water. And it's for clear water lakes, but really, I have a dark water one right here. This is a dark water lake, so if you're working stain, hey, Big Buff, he's joined. This one's really neat. This took a lot of work, by the way. It may not look it, but each one of those dots I put on with a toothpick. So, so this is another one for sale tomorrow. And this is a lime green dots on a color shifting green, yellow, gold to dark green. And then I put a sort of a color shifting yellow to magenta nose head on it. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful bait. This is a really good one for dark water. Really good. So if you got stained water, jerk baits work so good. Now, I have a Hunter Goose Coach, Toto, and people just pop in and say, what the heck is Mike talking about? But, hey, JR, I just fitted these. So these 3 I'll package and then get ready to sell tomorrow. I love that bait a lot. I really love that bait a lot. Now, what I did do, let me see if I got it. Yeah. All right. So this increases hookups by double. This is something you could do to your baits, by the way. Hey, Donnie, So this is a dark water bait, but this is a trout bait. It's a hard bait with a gray belly and then a color shifting gold to maroon color scheme. But I don't know if you know, this is a $3 hook. Okay, so there's a KVD hook and or a Mustad hook. This is the Mustad hook, right? Yeah. And I put a willow blade on it. What happens when you put a bladed, willow blade hook on a hard bait? Good morning, Donnie. Um, is that it elongates your bait. It creates a joint. So now, technically, this is a jointed bait because when this thing swims, this actually will wag and spin. It adds flash to your bait. So this is a trout bait, which is perfect. All right. You're going to pull this through the water, and this blade is going to add a lot more flash to it. And I mean, the smallmouths are going to be hitting this too, easily. And it's a slow, steady retrieve. And you just pull this thing through the water. What a fantastic bait! Really is a fantastic bait. I made 2 of these for tomorrow's auction. The other one is this one. This is more of, that's a dark water one. This is a clear water one. This was actually a paint scheme one of the viewers came up with. He wanted sort of a pink and yellow. And so I put some scales on it. But this right also is a trout bait, but I use this one for smallmouths a lot. And add that willow blade. Again, it is a Mustad hook. And that willow blade adds length and flash. Electric chicken. Is that what you call this? I don't know. Sounds like something. Yep. Is that what it's called? See, now I thought I was being all inventive. Actually, 6 cents. The willow blade. The willow blade is genius. I mean, but it's a $3 hook, okay? Because that you buy it with the blade, and it's kind of welded in. It's just so those 2 baits. There's only 2 of them tomorrow, and so you're going to. So those right there are available tomorrow's auction, and I think I've added willow blades to a lot of my baits, and they're fantastic. Yeah, and you can buy them. I still have that package here. Probably not. I threw it away. My desk has got a lot of crap on it. Yeah, I threw it away. I tell you, I've been getting so much stuff. Your dark jerk. Why? Oh, the depth. Those babies are only going to go down about 2 to 5 feet. They're about 5 feet, depending on retrieve speed. So I use a 4-pound test on it. I'm a big P-line fluoro guy. I love P-line fluoro. So, and on little baits like that, you don't use swivels. Don't use a snap swivel. What ends up happening with snap swivels is that it puts too much weight on the nose of the bait. So if you like snap swivels, which I do, I use snap swivels as often as I can, but there are certain baits you can't use it on. You can't use it on, top water stuff. You can't use it on, some of these finesse things. And I do a lot of finesse fishing. But when I'm using something like this, I use a really high quality finesse. This is a half ounce square bill. And, but what a great, this thing rattles like a baby's rattle through the water. And this is a medium retrieve speed. And I'll go ahead and pull it through and stop it. And it's a floating bait. It'll go up, and then I'll bring it back down and make it rattle, and then let it go up. And usually on that pause, it's usually when I get a hit. These go to about 6 to 7 feet. These square bills. These can dive pretty deep for a square bill. I love my round bills. Um, although I'm out. Oh, no, here's one. This is a dark water round bill. This is my last one. I did not order more of these because I'm going to do some swim baits next. And those will be much more expensive in the next auction. But this is an absolute stunner in the water with a perfect snake-like swim. This round bill does. And there's a dark water one, color shifting, gold to green, and there's some magenta and blues in there. You really can't see it. It's like Glasgow was on earlier. He got my baits. They're totally different. And we think they're pretty on camera. Wait till you get them. But I've put willow blades on this one before, and it does really, really good. But because it has that perfect S, this thing snakes through the water so beautifully. This one goes down to about 9 feet, and it is, this is my last one of these, so that'll be sold tomorrow. It is a beautiful color shift. You really can't see color shift. You can't see the pigmentation that I put in it either. Hey, Jaggeds, CS1, Eric, and Gary. It's really hard for you to see that. And when you get it, it's like, the scale design on that, and the lime dots I put on that in order to give it a lot more flash in the water and texture to the fish. So when you fish with these, I got a beautiful craw too in that same square bill that I did that. This craw is, again, probably not be able to see it very well, but this is a really nice craw that I painted. But look at the from the yellow into that red, but then it's almost like a maroon, up on the head. So really nice craw. And every one of my baits, I've seen another, when I paint a bait, something you gotta do. When I paint a bait, I think fishing. I just think fishing. I got to think, okay, what's going to catch a fish in clear water, dark water? I fish clear water a lot. I have my lake's 15 to 20 foot clarity. So, hey, Michael, big body, Papa, Joseph. So my lake is very, 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 you can see the bottom. If it's 20 feet or less, you can see the bottom. It's a natural lake here at Lake of the Woods in Oregon, and it is beautiful. If you go to my YouTube channel, and all my purchasers get my sticker because everybody needs a Terrible at Fishing sticker on their tackle box. So everybody gets a sticker. I know, I love stickers. I got stickers all over the place, but you need a Terrible at Fishing sticker. So when you buy something from me, you get a sticker. And go to my YouTube channel. It's really a fun channel. And I'm about to post yesterday's trip out on Lake of the Woods, and you'll see how gorgeous it is. And when the nice thing about that is that when the water's placid, you don't get as many bites as when you get some waves on it. So I know, I love stickers too. I get stickers all over the place. And it's a Terrible at Fishing sticker. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My wife Gibbs slapped me for that video because I did use a colorful metaphor when it flipped out of my boat. This is a 27-inch German brown. It hit one of my bass lures with a spinner, by the way. I had a willow spinner on it, and it hit it. And I didn't know what I had until I got it to my boat. And I had a 15-inch net, and there's a 27-inch fish. And I'm like, well, if you watch the video, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was like just, oh my God. And I'm trying to get it in this net, and it wouldn't fit. And so I did get a bigger net the next day. So I ended up pulling this thing in camera on hook. And you see this massive, big, you could put your fist down in its mouth. It was a massive, massive fish. And I got it in my boat. And then it came off the hook. And then it flipped out of my boat. I was so mad. I dubbed music on that spot because I used a mild metaphor. It was huge. The biggest freshwater fish I have ever caught. I mean, it was just so big. Another good video for you to watch on my. I did catch a couple birds, by the way, but there's one bird that somebody else had caught, and I had to go out and rescue it. It was an osprey. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Terrible at Fishing, and type in osprey, we videotaped the whole rescue. It was drowning out in the lake. It was wrapped up with fishing line. And when I scooped it up into the net, it was so exhausted. It let me hold it. You don't get to hold an eagle too often. And we were able to cut that off. Sentence enhancers used. Yeah. Well, I don't cuss. But, like I said, on the scale of cuss words, it was pretty mild. I needed more pictures on it, measure it better and stuff. And I had to, but anyway, it was, what can you do? I did land it. So technically I did catch it. Yeah. There's a video of me catching a seagull out there. Yeah. It's just, I was doing some top water and the stupid bird dove on my top water and I reeled it in and, you get the gull and you pop out the hook and let it fly away. The nice thing about that osprey, it was so tired. I was able to open its wings, analyze it, make sure there was no cuts, and it was good once it recovered and it flew off. And we named it Mike because the month prior I was fished out of the lake near dead. I was suffering hypothermia and my kayak flipped, and I was 40 minutes in freezing water before they pulled me out. So we named it Mike. You could play next time you're in Florida. Yeah, no. Me and gators. I'm old. I'm like that old guy that changed the tire. I would die, and the gator would get a big giant meal because I'm kind of large from here down. They ain't friendly. No, they ain't friendly. So yesterday, I was fishing with my new spinners. All right, so this is one of many, and again, all my spinners are unique too. So this is a purple one, and this one actually has a feathered tail on it, and so I make these things spin at any speed. I mean, I was pulling it in slow. I was pulling. These are really good spinners. They're really good spinners. So they'll be for sale tomorrow. And then I've got some new pieces coming in for spinners. One thing I always liked is the Blue Fox spinners because they have that bell and then that insert on the bell and it creates a sonic sound. The bladed Rebels are good additions to a lot. Yes, absolute treble. Yeah, the bladed trebles. I tell people, there's a video on my YouTube channel that says you want to increase your hits on a bait, add a willow blade treble. So you can buy them, you can get, depending on the quality, the ones you see over on Amazon, I bought those. They're not very sharp, but, you get a Mustad. They are like $3 each. You can get through Discount Tackle, but adding a $3 hook to your favorite bait will get more hits. So adding a bladed treble hook is just something, but it's $3, and a lot of people are afraid to buy a couple hooks for $6. It's like the whole rig thought. Lots of movement and flash. Yeah, absolutely. And it elongates your bait. Now, the nice thing about elongating your bait by an inch and a half, the A-rig, is that it creates a longer, bigger fish will hit it. So not only are you going to increase your hookup ratio, you're going to increase your fish catch size. So if you add a bladed jig to it, hey, big body, me too. I'm big body too. it's just not it's just not good looking. I mean, when they take me to the hospital, it's embarrassing because the first room they take me to is labor and delivery. It's just not, I tell them, they're putting my feet in the stirrups. I go, I'm in the wrong place. It's like, please. But I was suffering strokes pretty regularly, and I was paralyzed for a while, and I thought about just throwing a stupid sign on me that says "Not for LND." Look, I joined again. It's like, man, I'm just hanging around there. I just keep saying terrible fishing joined. Here's a deep diver that will, we might sell this one tomorrow. I really like this one. It is really nice. I'll tell you one thing about deep divers. Deep divers are not for deep open water. They're not. A deep diver, this big giant bill on this is really designed to hit the rocks and cover. And so as this thing goes through, let's say you're in 12 feet of water and this thing goes down 15 feet. This thing's going to bounce off of things. And that sound and that struggle, this is what you're going to do. And that is really the design of this bait. A lot of people will go into 20-foot water and they say, "Oh, I got a bait that can go down 15 feet." Well, this is really, if you're not getting snack I will tell you, there is a video on my YouTube channel. Do I have it anymore? Oh, maybe. No. It's on my boat. Or in my truck, actually. It's called a lure retriever. If you ever want to get something that'll save you so much money, a lure retriever. Yes, I paint all my lures. This is the latest one. I paint these. See those scales right there? I mean, again, the camera just doesn't do this justice. It is so beautiful. There are 3 of these that I will sell tomorrow. One I kept for myself. But this one, I nailed this one, man. This is gorgeous. And it'll catch. This is a great bait. And I put really sticky hooks on here too. I use really good split rings. That's the beautiful part about buying a custom bait. Every piece of it is good if you got a good maker. And it is so good. Someone got to get you a camera update. Well, these are home. Well, made photo. My daughter bought me this camera, and it was expensive. But I take the. I'm sorry. There's only so much you can do with this. Okay, this is not improvable. It looked good back in 1982. All right, when I was in college. Now it's more round. The reason I have a beard is to hide my fat cheeks. Phone camera's probably. You know what? Maybe I don't want you to see how ugly I really am. I do use the phone camera in my photo box for the baits. So I do use that. Oh yeah. Well, thanks, Joe. It's 37 years married. You kind of think twice nowadays. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what you do with these deep divers. You're going to knock it off rocks. It's really a great bait for hitting the shallower waters and just having it knock off rocks. So yeah, it probably is better, Toto. But it's just no. My internet is great. So I actually am I still blurry? Because I took the autofocus off on this. Maybe I'll put the autofocus back on. I don't know. but it always goes out of focus. It just drives you nuts. So there we go. We'll put autofocus back on, and we'll see. I'll try to stay in frame. We'll see if that works. But that's again, I mean, everybody who buys something from me gets a Terrible at Fishing sticker. Let's see what else I got for sale tomorrow. Oh, this is actually a fun one. This is a viewer's suggestion. And you'll have to put a hand behind the lure. Yeah, I will. So this right, let's see if will that work. See, it doesn't look so sharp to me. But you could, I mean, even then, even a little out of focus, it looks great, doesn't it? Further back, he says. Further back. You can't see the detail. It's supposed to be able to focus that close. I'm still in focus. I don't know. Oh, well. It's like he's stuck. You think it's 720p? Let me see. Maybe I can fix that. Video capture device properties. No, it's 1080. Sorry, guys. It says 1080. So that kind of was, I don't know either. I don't know. But this right here, we'll try to do it with this blue one. This was, I was raised in the 70s, okay? I mean, the 70s was like watching America go through puberty. Yes, I am in the basement. I am in the basement. This is where they keep old people. Play some Kiss. I'm more of a folk rock type of guy. I like Supertramp. I like Little River Band. I like the Eagles. I like ELO. I like Boston. I'm more of that type of, those 45s behind me. There's Elvis. There's Righteous Brothers. There's all sorts of really good. I love the Doobie Brothers, but that's what those records are, right? Back there, really nice. Yeah, they're 45s. They're not black CDs. Those are 45s. But this is really a very pretty bait. Lots of different blues on here. Lots of detail. Lots of coloration in it. Really, that was a really good looking bait. And that was a viewer's suggestion. And I painted it live. And I do that once in a while where I'll do a live show, and then you guys come up with paint schemes, and then I go ahead and paint it. Y'all ever see a record player in a car? I've never. Yeah, there was one. My 69 Charger. I put both of my 69 Chargers have 8 tracks. So. But 8 tracks were way ahead of their time. Auto reverse, track skipping. When you think about an 8 track, if it wasn't for its size, its bulk, it was so much better than a cassette. And how much do they run? They run at 45, and they're not for sale. Yes, 8 tracks were the coolest. I mean, I don't understand why they went away, because the cassette, you couldn't skip forward. You could, I mean, they originally, when 8 tracks were gone, you still couldn't auto reverse on it. Reel to reel sounds even better. You know what? Nothing really sounds great in a car. I used to sell sound, and you have about 70 to 80 dB of noise in a car. Unless you've got a really expensive car, it's very, very hard to get great sound over the noise of a car. Now, 69 Dodge Chargers, you want to hear the engine. That's really the best sound. When you have a 440 cubic inch engine, you just want to hear the engine, and you've got background music playing for that. And, back in the day, we had good engines. Nowadays, we have crap engines, and you can't hear them. They don't have the whoop, boop, 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 boop. I remember having a good Walkman. Yeah, you know what? Boom boxes. Remember boom boxes? Oh yeah, totally had a boom box. I mean, that actually was a status symbol, was boom boxes. Unless you have a diesel. Yeah, exactly. If you got a diesel, you still got sound. But something about a naturally aspirated big block. I mean, ugh, you have no idea how good that sounds. And with tuned headers and exhaust, and it's just, and then it doesn't matter. You have different sounds: front, interior, rear, and it's immoral. It's what it is. Coming out with the gassers now. Yeah, I know. The new Charger that Dodge announced is all electric, and it has a simulated motor sound. Keep talking dirty. How dumb is that? I mean, it's like, what are they thinking? I mean, an electric Charger, fully electric, with a simulated. I wouldn't mind a 600, but I was asking about the bait. Oh. I get started about talking, cars, and let's take that. All right. Let's go back to baits. I can get so distracted. Oh, yeah, but they one more thing on, because I'm a Mopar guy. They eliminating the Hellcats. They're gone. So, I mean, who doesn't want a demon, that actually pops a wheelie? Yes, my first car was a 69 Dodge Charger RT, so 4-speed. So, but this bait right here, I don't know, Papa, was this one you were talking about? Squirrel. Yes, Papa. Cars are my squirrel. They really are. It's bad. It's bad. You know, I'm a recovering. No, I'm not. I'm proud to be addicted to I'm a gearhead. I am. I do admit fishing is an addiction. So, yeah. Well, they're gone now. Hellcats are gone. This right here is. I love walking baits. We're trying to get back on baits. I love walking baits, and walking baits require a little bit of effort and skill to it. Yes, tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show, we sell everything. This one's for sale tomorrow. This is a copper top with a platinum white, and it's got really good rattle in it, which a lot of walking baits, you gotta stop on the squirrel. Is a really good bait. Really good bait, guys. And I love walking baits with rattles. So I bought some blanks that didn't have rattles, and even though they walked really good on the water, they just didn't get as many hits. You want to disturb the surface of the water, but you also want to make noise. And so the yes, tomorrow at 2, these baits for 2 hours. My show's only going to be 2 hours long, if that long. I have 70 baits to sell tomorrow, and it's I do have a June bug square bill too here. Another good one for Florida, the June bug color. And so we'll see what sells tomorrow. If it doesn't sell, then I do sell them locally. and at the marina at Lake of the Woods. Just I will sell now if you peer pressure me. I can do a quick ad. But I gotta keep the stuff I put on the show tomorrow. So there are so uh, I mean, oh, shoot. All right. And just because I forgot what I called this one. I don't know. We'll call it the flaming square bill. And I don't know if you guys want to buy it or not. So it's a great bait though, man. This bait looks so much better in person than it does on camera. Okay, squirrel. It's scary. I know. They're cars. So okay, so let's sell one of these because I got to keep one or two of them tomorrow, and the other one's in my tackle box. I only made 4 of these, man. That's all I made, and that's about all I can do. The flaming squirrel. Call it anything you want, man. You want to call this the flaming squirrel? Go ahead, but I should make like a 440. Name for it. All right, guys. If you want to buy this, it's $9. All right, or whatever you guys bid it up to. You pay that for, I don't know, any other one, but you will not. The bass have never seen anything like this. So let's see if you guys want it, and it'll tell me if you want it tomorrow. I don't know. So there it is. It's on there, and thanks, guys. That is just, again, you will not, when you get them, it's just different. Ask Glasgow. He got a bunch of my baits, and they look so much better in person. So much better in person that it is. Dang. That you guys are giving me false hopes for tomorrow. Toto, booyah! You're gonna love this one. Absolutely love this one. It is, and like I said, you get a terrible at fishing sticker because we all love stickers in Pine State. So we all love stickers. I just wanted this sticker. You got to put it on your boat or your tackle box. I'm doing very well. I'm just having fun this morning because there were no auctions going on. I thought I'd do a little tackle talk, fit these 3 baits that I have, and then I can't really sell that one. You know what I can sell? Come here. Let me bring this thing closer to me. Let's get Toto's there. I'll get that out in the mail today too, because it's early here. I'm on the West Coast. Oh man, the problem about painting baits? You got pressured into selling. The problem about painting baits is that you fall in love with all of them. And So I love them all. And it's like parting with a child. Oh my gosh. Okay, what about spinners? We better give Toto 2 stickers. All right. Toto gets 2 stickers. God, I'm such a wuss when it comes to peer pressure. But by the way, Toto, I usually give you some surprises. When you buy something from me, you always get more than you bought. Everybody who's received something from me they always get more than they bought, and you will get surprises in the bag. So, what if I love my spinners? I really love these spinners. They will spin at any speed. I was reeling in really, 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 really slow, and I tried it at many, many different speeds. So I'm going to sell 2 of them. And we'll see. We'll see, Mike. We'll see what happens, Mike. We won't put a picture because I don't think I have a picture of these. So these are 2 spinners. Actually, I'll let you pick the spinner. So if you buy these, I'll present you with several color varieties, and you can pick 2 spinners off of my rack. So let's see. I caved to peer pressure even in school. God, I'm such a wuss. Here we go. We'll start 2 spinners. Do you make worm harness? I don't. But I'm lousy with worms. All right, here we go. 2 spinners of your choice. And we'll start at $6. So spinners are multi-species. I'm kind of curious. Will you guys buy spinners from me? And you get to pick the colors. I've got rainbow. I got rainbow. You saw the purple one. The purple one's neat. Purple. And then I got orange. I got green. And nobody wants spinners. Maybe I should make spinners. Oh, Toto. We might as well put it in your bag. We're going to put it in Toto's bag. I mean, you pay $6 for a stupid, maps. So, good job. That was a good get. Really is a very good get. Yes. Well, I use spinners because spinners will catch bass. Spinners will catch everything. So, all right, Toto, you get to choose 2 colors. So I've got rainbow. I got purple. I got green and blue. And I've got this orange white. So one of your baits with the bladed treble. I can't because they're both on tomorrow's auction. Pick one for clear water and one for dark. Well, we'll do purple and we will do rainbow. So you got these 2. And one's attached to my belly. Nice thing about having a big belly, it catches everything. So you get these 2. You get those 2. So that'll work really good for you. And like I said, they spin at every speed. You can go real slow retrieve and really fast retrieve. You go really fast, you really feel the tug on your line. It'll actually feel like you got a fish on it because of that blade just will start to pull on your line. So, all right. Yeah, we can't sell one with a blade. That's for tomorrow. That's actually in tomorrow's auction. What do you think? A topwater? Think we should do a topwater? If you guys want any more. If not, then we'll stop. or a bigger bait. Well, how about a thin fin? How about a thin fin? This is a great bait. Hey, Simpson. Is it Simpson? So, do I have another one? I think I listed this one. I probably did. Yeah, I did. I listed it on the other. This is a thin fin. It's kind of a funky design. It's a knockoff, but it's a custom painted knockoff. Oh, what else? I did list a lot of them. Oh, God, that's such a beautiful craw. I did paint quite a few of these. So we could sell one of these if you guys want. Another square bill. Yeah. Here's a square bill. This is the craw. Again, it just doesn't look like it will in person, okay? Because this craw is just so, I mean, look at the color on the top. It moves into a deep maroon, and it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful bait. These actually are, let's see. Twos. Those are twos on these. And that's what I usually do on my square bills. Are twos. So let's this craw is beautiful. Again, you don't own, and the bass have never seen this before. And that's the trick with bass. Bass have memories. They have instinctual memories. So we're going to auction off one of these craws. We'll see if anybody wants that. Toto's got to fill his bag. Toto, you will love what I send you. You really will. All of you. I mean, I got a wall full of stuff too that I painted and then I have hand poured. I'm going to start pouring baits, which is going to be really fun. So, and it is going to be a lot of fun. I can't spell, I can't type, and that's just the way it works. I'm going to start this at $6 on this one. We'll see what happens. I get to play with you guys a little bit. So I know what's going to happen tomorrow. I get to play with you guys a little bit. All right. So we're going to load that. And there it goes. And voila. All right. If you want this craw, we'll start it at $6. Yes, I will be using dead on plastic. But there's have you guys ever okay, you probably never heard of this thing. I even forgot. What was it? It was weird. Yeah, you guys are gonna get some really nice baits from me. Big body beluga. All right, buddy. We're gonna put that in there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add that deep diver. This deep diver right here, we're gonna add to that, and you're gonna grab you're gonna have that deep diver with it. So, you guys are just gonna. This is again. These things are designed to knock off of rocks, and this is again hand painted by me, and so it's Really pretty. Great looking bait. Really good looking bait. So we're going to add that to yours. And I'm going to have to. So Toto is the other one, and this is Big Body. I'm still getting used to all this stuff, you know, with auctioning. Should we do a big bait? You know, I've got some new swim baits coming in that I'm going to paint. All right. This is a big bait. And it is, this is such a great bait. The hooks spin. Oh, see, this is what happens. I get my fat butt off the chair, and it just messes up. Configure video. I'm gonna. I know you guys. All right, done. Manual focus. So this is a crappie, and I use pearl colors on it, and it is really, the glass eyes are spectacular on it. Those glass eyes, look at those, look at the eye, the way it refracts light. And it's a full crappie pattern. I did put sort of a reddish chin to it to simulate sort of a blood on it. And then it's all pearl colors. And it's really hard for you to see that, okay, to see the pearl colors. It is a slow sinking. This is slow sinking. And again, but if you look at this, these actually turn the eyes. Now, why is that important? Not too many do that, by the way. But when the hook can twist with the fight of the fish, yeah, toxic looking gill, yeah. When it twists with the fish, it gives you a better chance of landing that fish, because bass are just ferocious. Big ones are ferocious. So this one is, I think it's 6 inches. Let me look. Yeah, it's 6 inches. It's a 6-inch bait. I love those eyes. Oh my God, they're going to catch the light so beautifully. Let's see how much it weighs. It probably weighs about 3 ounces, my guess. 2 ounces. It's a 2-ounce bait. So there is some imperfections on it when I was cleaning it up. That's why I haven't sold it. And there's I mean, unless I point it out, you're not going to see it. But I'll point it out. All right. My goodness, quit yelling at me. See that little area right there? Yeah, you'll never see it, but that little area. I know, it just shows the originality of it. So we'll start this one. If you want this one to go on auction, I'll start it at $15. Exactly, Joe. I when I had my 69 Chargers, they were daily drivers. So let's not go there. So this is my crappie glide. 6-inch, 2-ounce. And these usually run quite a bit of money. I will just tell you that. My glides run $35 on up. So the this glide, I got a General Lee BMX, totally cool. Totally cool. 69 Chargers were the General Lee. So we're going to put this one on Well, we'll just start the bid at 15. If you guys want it, great. If you don't, no offense, believe me. It does have this small little imperfection on it, but I swear, we put this in the water, it's going to catch the light and it's going to be beautiful. So it's all about catching fish. So let's see if anybody wants this glide. And I do have, there you go, big body. You'll love this. I mean, it really is a great action, double jointed, bait. It really is a very good bait. So you're gonna really, this will catch big fish. That's the beauty of big baits. I mean, I've got some of those over there that I actually use because I have to wait till the water warms up a little bit more here. But it's just so big body got it. Goodbye. It actually, you got a really good deal on this bait. It's a really good deal on this bait. I'm going to have to wrap that up really good though, for you. And we'll make sure you have this one, right? Big body. Yeah. That is, yeah, it's a really good bait. And again, you just don't get the that eye that the hook sets just really twist. So these are one hooks. These are ones on here, which is as big as I could get without them fouling on each other. So I'm going to have to wrap that up really nice for you. So, and get that done. So it really does, Joe. I mean, I have another glide that is coming in. It's a brush tail. There's a hardtail, but if you've seen those brush tails, it's coming in, and I'll be painting that. That has the swivel eyelets, and it does keep the bass on longer for you. So yeah, leverage down on the bass. Well, typically what a bass will do is they'll take that hook and they're just flailing and trying to get that leverage from the bait to pull the hook out of their mouth. And so when the hook starts to spin, and they just can't get that leverage. And I know it's just one of those little things, on a bait that can make the difference of landing a 10-pounder or not landing a 10-pounder. And I've been there. I've been there. And so every time I lose a fish, I'm thinking, okay, why did I lose the fish? It was it the hook? Was it the swivel? Was it the leverage? Was it me? Things like that. And I always try to find a better way to catch a fish. And so every bait that I paint and create, I try to learn from that. And so, so that's, I'm going to have to, on this bait, I'm going to have to really pack it nicely for big body here. So, oh, and you're going to love the way my baits come to you. There'll be no mistaking where you got, the package, because my packaging is awesome. That's a surprise for those who actually order from me. So, just wait, I wasn't going to sell one of these. But we're going to just try this. I don't think this is on tomorrow's auction. Let me look. I got to look to see tomorrow's auction and see if I put it on there. And I don't think I did I? All right. No, I did not. So this is a hula popper. And I'm going to start it at a fairly low auction price too. And so I because it looks kind of retarded. When I show you the imperfection, it's actually comical. But it's a hula popper. So that's the hula popper. and it's got really good rattle to it. But you know, uh, Marty Feldman was a Hollywood actor with eyes that went in different directions. If you ever seen some of his movies, he's just hysterical. So this is what Marty Feldman bait. So the eyes, one slipped. It's so it's just kind of dorky looking. I laugh at it every time I see it. I didn't notice that the one on the other side slipped, and when I clear coated it, it just looks like Marty Feldman because the eyes are dorky. It's just you're gonna get a retarded. I know that's probably a not good word to use anymore. You're gonna have a challenged fish in it. I guess. So let's put the hula popper up. We'll see if anybody wants it. He left at the wrong time. Yeah, we're gonna put my eyesight challenged hula popper up. It is just the funniest looking bait. I laugh when I painted this. It was just I was like, oh man, I can't sell that. I go, but the more I looked at it, I just loved it. It's just so dumb looking. It'll still catch fish. Because of the eclipse. Yeah, he did not use glasses when he looked at the eclipse. So, all right, we're going to just start this at $5 and see if anybody wants my funny hula popper. So there it is, $5 whole on it. It's a beautiful color scheme, though. I really did. I went yellows, I went red, I went blacks, I went greens on it. The top is actually a color shifting green up on top, and it matches that wonderful, the tail on it. So it is just a great bait. But when you get it, you're going to laugh. Crappie fish. You're going to see, okay, this is what happens when you actually make baits. Oh, yeah. West Virginia genetics. Love that. I mean, it's just a funny bait. It's what it is. Sometimes stuff like that happens. Oh, yeah, I can. I never thought about signing something that looks so dorky. It will catch fish. All right? It will catch fish. That's the beauty of it. Fish don't see the imperfections. All right? The imperfections are really to I have a Sharpie someplace. Actually, what I'll do on this, yeah, I'll take care of that. I'll definitely take care of it. And of course, you get it terrible at fishing, cockeyed bait in a sticker. I should make more of these. Maybe that'll be my signature. Funky eyes. It'll be my signature. I should do something as weird as that because I'm kind of weird. So we'll take care of that. We'll definitely take care of that for you, crappie fish. Something else too tomorrow. I'm giving this away to one of my purchasers. I only have one, so that's saying you can't. Once you put a giveaway, you can't take it off. By the way, and this is my Super Bowl bait. So I sold these for $20. I only made 6, so I sold 5 of them. This is number 6, and it is signed, blur, but it's there. Oh, there's the pen. This is what happens when you get senile. This is just what happens. You know, you know, when I made some of you probably know because when I did Terrible at Fishing originally, when I thought of the just toss it in the Toto's box. Really? No, you can't. That crappie's not related to you. Just toss it in the Toto's box. When I that's not writing. All right. I need to find a better Sharpie. Well, that one sucks. It was probably no. Yeah, that was trash. The when I started Terrible at Fishing, I was paralyzed and I couldn't speak, and nobody, everybody's feeling sorry for me. I was feeling sorry for myself. I had a blood clot in my brain, and it was just really bad. So I started this channel to just talk to anybody who would listen, like you guys. And it was pretty pitiful, actually. In hindsight, I'm thinking, well, okay, I'm just advertising. I was such an idiot. Okay, you're welcome. I'll get those out to you today, big body. You're very welcome. Thank you very much. And so I started talking on YouTube, and it was in 2019. I was paralyzed, and so I started the channel, and 7 months went by, and I had a lot of seizures, and the blood clot that was in the pons. So you got your brain, you got the funnel, that's the pons, and it's attached to your central, your spine. So this right here, I had a big blood clot right here, and it's still there. The scarring is still there. And what ended up happening is that in time, the brain's amazing. New veins grew around it and it cocooned it, and blood pathways, blood pathways reestablish themselves. Speech aphasia is something I deal with, but being Italian, I get over it really quick. And so then I was able to recover. So, and so the progress after the blood pathways was reestablished, that I was able to start talking again and was able to start walking normally again. I was kind of a NASCAR driver. I kind of went left a lot. So, it's just the way it is. Stuff like that happens in life. You just don't know. But yeah, so in 2019, I started the channel, Terrible at Fishing, and it was really therapy. And I was just joking around unintelligibly, but anything to just get me to get my mind off of this, I mean, I am an author, by the way. I am a best-selling author. You're probably thinking, what an idiot. How can he be a best-selling author? Well, I will tell you how I became a best-selling author. So before my brain injury, I wrote science fiction. So you can get all these on Amazon. So this is my science fiction series, Phoenix Rising and Orion Rising. Fun books, space adventure, lots and lots of planets, by the way. And one thing about making planets is that it's fun. Very hard though. So how I became a best-selling author was because my channel became popular, and so somebody said, "Mike, you should write a book." So I wrote a book on fishing, and you're gonna laugh at it because I think people bought it as a gag gift, and it kind of fits me. I'm kind of a gag gift, but this is available on Amazon too. Terrible at Fishing Instruction Manual for Freshwater Fishing. And I think this hit #1 on Amazon. I think people just bought it because somebody they knew was terrible at fishing, so they got them an instruction manual for them. But it's a good book. It teaches you the basics of fishing, how to buy a fishing pole, what the backbone is, what the power, what the action are, the difference between bait casters and spinning, how to use a bait caster, understanding the power curve arcs, not tying, how about all the different hooks? All these different hooks, and then what are they used for? What would you use, all these different hooks for? So it's really a fun little book, and for the people who bought it, they enjoyed it, that I've heard anyway. And I've written a lot of other books. I've written 8. There's a lot of books up there, but I love my sci-fi stuff. It's one of those things, there is a third book I wanted to do on that, and because of my injury, I have a hard time thinking, and so to write a sci-fi book is very, 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 very hard to do, because science fiction is based on science, and you have to be smart. And the problem is, I became unsmart when I have a brain injury. So we got Pons, Two Stucks, G-Rez, J-Rod, GJS, Mighty Joe, Jeremy. Well, thanks for coming, guys. We did sell a few. I caved to peer pressure. Well, you think I should put one more out there, Joe? I don't know. I don't know what I got. Ooh. No, those are tomorrow. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to be out. That's a good one too. Anyway, well, yeah, if they buy, you keep, sell. You're right about that. What am I, an idiot? I mean, I taught sales. I got to make sure it's not one that I have for tomorrow. This is a beautiful, beautiful square bill too. Let me make sure I didn't put it in tomorrow's auction. I don't think I did. I don't see it. I'm scrolling through them right now. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. This one's not in tomorrow's auction, so we can sell this one. It is also a crappie pattern, but this is kind of, if you had 3D glasses, this is look really cool. You're just gonna be like freaking out a little bit. This is a one-off. All right, this is a one-off, and really good rattles to it. Lots of colors. I put a ton of colors on this one. I put a platinum white belly. There is reds and yellows and oranges and greens. This thing is just freaky. It's a one-off, all right? And you'll never see another one like it. Your bass have never seen anything like it. I'm going to call it my psychedelic. I don't even know how to spell psycho. Psychedelic square bill. Because, oh man, it's like this is an acid trip for. I have no idea. I don't know. I'll just put that 0.5 ounce. And we're going to start it. You know what? Just because, I'm having so much fun with you guys, we're going to start this one at $4. This is a one-off. And we're going to start at $4. Yeah, this is a magic. But see, you get all the good names, man. It's like an acid trip on me. It's a magic mushroom square bill. So we're going to start this at $4. Okay, weigh like 4 ounce mushrooms. There you go. Invite them to my groovy little setup here. So we're gonna sell this square bill, and it's kind of a hunchback. So let's see if anybody wants it. It's just a crazy old crappie fish. Toto wants one more in his bag. This one, the clear coat came out perfect on it. It's just really crazy. Oh, Glasgow's in the house. Now, Glasgow knows. He bought some stuff from me. He knows that when you get these, they just look so different. Oh, look at you. So let's do that. Toto, Glasgow. You got, this is extra stuff, man. I got to put some extra stuff in this for 15. Glasgow got it. Good job. Anyway, you'll never see a bait like this ever. Glasgow. We'll get you. Maybe I'll go up on the wall there. Got some good ones over there. And Glasgow, isn't it true that when you opened your package, you got more than you actually ordered? Okay. All right. Oh. No. Not that one. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a really cool one. All right. I forgot what it's a knockoff on, but you guys will recognize it. You guys will recognize this. Yes, thanks. I am too. It was a cool bait. Probably looks better. It does look better in person. They just do. I mean, the camera just doesn't get it. So this is what I forgot. I forgot the knockoff on this. Let me look. I have to look to see. What the heck was that? This is what happens, it's just weird. I'm looking at my order, and this is, you guys will probably recognize this because it's such a funky. Let me look at knockoffs. The Battalion. That's what this is a knockoff on. The Battalion. See how that is? It's a weird looking thing. So this is a yellow-green crappie-ish pattern to it. Red eyes, and it's a jointed glide. It's 3 inches, I think. It's not the Juggernaut. They make a much bigger one. It's 3 inches. Yeah, it's a knockoff. But they, these run quite a bit of money. So, and I did put a tie ring on it, so this thing should work really, really well in the water. I like knockoffs. I don't want to pay that much money for the original when I can paint the same thing the way I want it. So, all right, the Battalion 3-inch. We'll put that in there. And this is, to be honest, I always keep these for myself. I don't usually sell these. In fact, I don't think anybody else besides me owns my painted Battalions. And so you're going to join my club. All right. You're going to join my club because I like fishing these, and it's got a really good swim action to it. It's a neat bait. It really is a neat bait. And of course, you've got my proprietary blend of clear coat with those sparkles, which you'll just not be able to see in there. So let's let's start it at $5 whole. I didn't get one later. I like lip. This is a lipless. Yeah. Yeah, it is a very cool bait. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens for this guy. This guy right here. I mean, I've never sold one to anybody else. I love using these. And that's why it's up on my wall, because those are my baits up on the wall. And I just love these are the ones I use. It's just ones I use. I mean, I go to that wall. I'm thinking, what do I want to sell to you guys? I don't know, because I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. It's just not right. Toto, awesome, awesome. And it's important to put more than a few things in your bag. So much more important. So, there's crappie fish. There's Glasgow. There's Toto. There we go. So I ordered some big baits. I ordered some really big baits, including my favorite. Okay, this one's mine. No, I will not sell it. But I am painting more of these. So if you DM me, no. This thing catches bass like crazy. So if you want a blueback, you want a purple shad, you want a rainbow trout or whatever, this is the best time to DM me for this bait. I ordered 5 or 6 of them. This is a 7.5 inch wake bait. All right. 7.5 inch wake bait, and the paddle tail, everything on this thing. I use 1/0 Gamakatsus on here. This bait is in warm water. You've never caught so many big bass in your life. It is a wake bait. It is a fantastic bait, and it too is a knockoff too. This is a knockoff on, where is it? Where's my lure? Okay. Imakatsu Buzzbill Magnum. So this is a knockoff of the Imakatsu Buzzbill Magnum. And so I did order, I think, 6 of them, because I actually sold a couple and I didn't want to, but I did. So this one's not for sale. I really, really like this bait. And let me see what I ordered. I ordered 5. So I'll probably sell 3. They're expensive. All right. I mean, these guys, this is an expensive bait. Sell it and order more. No, Joe, this is mine. This thing has had probably 50 bass on it. And I will tell you, nice thing, and I use really good hooks on. I mean, the Gamakatsu 1/0s are the stickiest hook I've ever had. It has experience, it does. But I want you to see my clear coat. And normally on a lure like this, it's been used as much as this has, you get a lot of hook rash. And when I paint a bait, I work on the hook rash area with clear coat. So this right here, there's only that one spot right here. But other than that, this bait looks new still. And no, he's selling again. I get more of these this next week, and I'll be painting them live. But if you have a suggestion of one that you want, if you want a blueback or these yellow shads or whatever, you can send me a DM. See, you can sell that one. No, this one's mine. But I want you to see that you can actually, if you want, suggest a paint pattern. These are 35. These are 35, painted the way you like, and they're you When you own one of these, you will not. Yeah, this one has experience. You will not want to part with it. You just won't. And that's why you guys can ask all you want. This one's mine. And I have hooked some beasts of fish on this. And you control this. I mean, literally, you will get 5 or 6 big bass hitting it in an hour. It is that good of a bait. It is that good of a bait. Uh, yeah, you're right, Mighty Joe. I mean, this is about as good as you get, in my opinion, for a wake bait for big bass. Yeah, it is a knockoff on the Imakatsu. This is a knockoff on the Imakatsu Buzzbill Magnum. Um, that's what this is. It's an Imakatsu Buzzbill Magnum, and you get it custom painted, better clear coat. And my clear coat, like I told you, is proprietary because I put that PPG glitter in it, and it just refracts every color of the spectrum on it. Ask anybody who's bought any of my baits. They sparkle in a variety of colors. So the difference on this one is one, you get better hooks. You get the Gamakatsu hooks, which are very expensive, by the way. 2, you get the paint job that you want. 3, you get a clear coat that is much more durable than the Imakatsus. So we like the one experience. Nice. Thanks. Thank you, Jerry. So the body itself is the same. It's exactly the Imakatsu Buzzbill body. And so it's got a fantastic joint to it that will not break. This right here is a rubber, soft plastic tail on it. So technically it's 2 joints. And just a fantastic, really is one of the best things that you'll ever see. Um, I will paint more. Like I said, I'll probably sell 3 of them because I want to get 2 more for me. And I do have another glide bait coming, but they're all in my tackle box. So they're not here because I went fishing yesterday. So it's still in my truck. And when I got home, the lake was beautiful down here in Klamath Falls. It was pouring rain. So I left everything in the truck. Want one same color? Well, you know what? This is a great color. I could just tell you right now, this is just a fantastic, color. It just gets them. So, and then I had a buddy that wanted one to look like a rainbow trout, so I painted him a rainbow trout one. He wanted a blue back, and then there's also purple shad and things. There's a lot of really good paint scales paint schemes you could put on one of these, and it is, you sell it, he will buy it. Joe. Joe, I can't. I just can't. I mean, if you saw the fish I caught on this, and the experiences, I mean, I've bonded with this bait. I've just bonded with it. People see me throw 6 to 8 inch baits out on the lake, and they're thinking, what in the world are you catching with those? Are you catching anything with it? And then I'll catch one right in fact, it was so funny, by the marina, I was tossing this guy. Guy was just getting in his boat, and a big old bass jumps out of the break surface. In fact, I think it's a video on my YouTube channel because I slow mode it, and I caught it on this bait, and he saw that thing break surface, and it's the dash marks, just like the damn thing. Just list the damn thing. Shoot. make more, right? I will make more. All right. All right. We'll put it up. All right, guys. Wait. No. All right, I'll have to. He was so sad. I'll paint more next week. All right. Crappie fish. It's like parting with a child. When I sold my last 69 Charger, which I did all the work on, I swear it was like watching my daughter get married to somebody I didn't like. It was horrible, terrible. Oh, terrible. And then the guy just didn't know how to take care of my baby. So, I hated that. So, all right, we'll just leave it at that. Please look at my show tomorrow. Bookmark me for tomorrow at 2, and we will sell everything that I got tomorrow. Not this guy though. And as I paint more, I will list them. Oh, that's a pretty one. Every time I look at my wall, those are my baits that I use. I was like, oh, that's a pretty one too. You should probably order a couple more of those, Joe. Well, I can paint more. I got 5 coming. I got 5 of these coming. These are expensive. I mean, just a knockoff is expensive. And then, those are $2 hooks, each. They're expensive hooks. I'm a wake bait junkie too. I am too. I mean, a wake bait is one of the easiest baits to catch fish on. And you could teach somebody, just create that wake and the fish will hit it. So show your wall. All right. Well, there's my wall. That's some of it anyway. That's my wall. There's some big ones over there and some not so big ones. I love finesse fishing. And so my favorite rod is I was using it's out in the truck. It's my Cajun Custom 7.5-inch light with my Shimano Aldebaran on it, and I use that all the time. I mean, it's like I love catching big fish on really light tackle. Now this guy right here, you can't throw this on that rod. This goes on my heavy rod, and it's also a Cajun Custom. So Cajun makes American-made, handmade rods in Cleveland, Ohio. Just check out Cajun Rods, Cajun Custom Rods, or CajunRods.com. They're very affordable rods. I mean, $150 you can get an American-made rod with lifetime warranty sent to you. I mean, it's hard to do that because I have an Edge, Gary Loomis Edge. I paid a lot more for it. Terrible customer service. Nice rod, but terrible company. So I'm dumb and think I'm going to get one of the new Loomis rods. Well, it's a good rod. It's just a lousy company. You're going to wait 6 months for a rod. There's Trica, which is pretty much the same rod. They're a better customer service rod. But the Cajun Custom rods are, again, they make their own blanks out of carbon fiber. And they're a really good rod. And they're really good. Well, the Gary Loomis is only 5.5 hours north from me. They're only 5.5 hours north of me in Washington. And they've increased their manufacturing 125%. They still can't crank them out. They're thinking about a second location right now. They're just, yeah, it takes forever. You gotta plan your purchase a year ahead of time. By the time I got my rod, the season was over. It's a nice rod. Don't get me wrong, it's a good rod. But I was on the phone with it. And I was ready to drive up there. I was really mad. And You need a big bait rod. Everybody needs a big bait rod. Ain't nothing more fun than throwing a swim bait. There's just nothing more fun than that. I mean, you need a big bait rod. It's just the way it is. So swim rod. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I know there's probably auctions starting pretty soon. I want to thank everybody who bought something from me. I really, 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 really do. And please follow me and bookmark my show for tomorrow, and you will not be disappointed. And yeah, there's some Buy It Now stuff on there. So really good deals. Some half off stuff. It's just really good stuff. So take care, everybody. And I will see you. No, Joe. I've done enough. Joe's bad. Take care, everybody.